of the Animal Crossing video that is playing right now? Bob looks fucking good HD.
Oh, on from our stream yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob. Well, Bob looks good all the time anyway, but HD Bob is boy's got it going on. And he always wears like Hawaiian print shirts and stuff like that.
Dude, he pulls it off.
Yeah, I feel like that's a hard look. That is a very hard look to pull off. I feel like you got to be a very specific type of person to like really pull off the Hawaiian shirt vibe. Like you got to be like Jimmy Buffett or like fucking Uncle Tito or something.
I was just about to say Uncle Tito from Rocket Power.
Yeah.
Fluffy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna hack up his name. Iglesias.
Gabriel Iglesias?
Wow, wasn't even close.
Yeah, not even really in the same ballpark. Funny enough, you like basically got the last name right, but you couldn't remember Gabriel.
I couldn't remember
of all the names. You couldn't remember. You could remember Gabriel, but you remember Iglesias.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how my brain works half the time.
Not very well. Not very well.
Yeah, fair enough.
Pretty much.
But anyways, hey everyone, welcome. The bar is open. Welcome to Fyre Bar. I'm your bartender, Brian. Hey, how you doing? We haven't chatted in a while. Yeah, the kids doing good? All right, great. Well, if you're listening at home on like Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud, thanks for supporting. Thanks for listening. We like doing this stuff. Tonight it's just 3 of us. Tonight, so we got boy girl tonight. Boy girl.
Dude. You're gonna tag it like it's a porn video, just like boy girl.
boy girl.
Hi everybody, I'm Mike, and I am one of the boys in that scenario, I guess.
What's up? I'm Danny, aka sister, and I guess I'm the girl in the scenario. I don't know. It's a tie between me and Brian. So.
I don't know, man. I got them hips. My hips.
Brian do be having those childbearing hips. That is absolutely true.
Good hips too. And I'm Latina, so my hips definitely don't lie.
It's fair.
Well, right now my hips may lie a little bit right now, kind of broken, but we'll get there.
He just lied to you, ladies and gentlemen. My hips are not, so it's okay.
Damn you, Brian. Damn you and your dishonest hips.
Damn you. I gotta see
spreading misinformation on Twitter.
How dare you?
I'm gonna open my beer. I forgot to open my beer.
And Brian from Lotus.
Listen, someone in this world has to make a little chaos, or it's just too boring. It's too boring.
Right, there is enough chaos in this world, my guy. Have you opened your window and looked outside? It's nothing but chaos. Whole world, it's in flames.
You ain't wrong.
See what's it? Do you know why Mo's not here right now, Brian? Because Jersey has a tornado. New Jersey has a tornado, and Mo is without power. And possibly dead. We haven't gotten a text from him in quite a bit. He might just be dead now.
I thought it was raining. What did I miss?
He sent a picture, like a Facebook post of like, yeah, this is like 20 minutes away from me, and it's just a straight up tornado.
Holy fuck!
I didn't see that part.
He's going to Oz. He's gonna get them ruby slippers, walk them yellow bricks. Oh yeah, he's about to have a good time.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like I said, it's been beautiful here in Illinois today. It was like gorgeous weather, not too hot. It was sunny. It was very, very pleasant.
I know, it was very nice. I enjoyed it so much.
It's great.
Fucking over here was like scorching fucking heat. It was like 109 over here. 109. I just love the idea of 109. Dude, I just love the idea. It was 109 here. I'm dying of heat. Mo's over there trying to hang on to the rail. Mike's just like, oh, what a lovely day.
Yeah, just walking down the sidewalk. Just like, man, this is so pleasant. It's like butterflies and shit. Bird lands on my shoulder.
You just do the little Disney princess thing.
Yeah.
Mike is a Disney princess. Let's not lie.
I am a Disney princess.
Oh god, yeah. Look at him. Look at him.
I've had birds land on me before. It's a thing that has happened more than once.
That is true. And then when I took it in, it died 2 days later.
Well,
I'm sorry, what?
You know that. Well, but to be fair, you weren't exactly prepared to take care of a bird, so you put it in a dog kennel or like a cat kennel or something.
Well, I mean, like at the time, I didn't have like a cage, and that's all like I had at the moment. So I'm like, all right, well, I gotta keep this in something. This is like obviously a parakeet, like an actual like bird you would get from like the pet store. So I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit. All right, let me kind of like just hang on to it. Maybe I'll hear something or whatever. But it died. It died real fast.
Yeah.
Like really quick.
Oh, Brian.
Oh, villain's in chat.
then
Hi, villain. Yeah.
Ew.
I think we probably told this story before. I think we did, but for those who don't know, years back, we were having. Was it a birthday party? What kind of party were we having in your yard? I don't remember.
It was like
Graduation?
a
Birthday?
Yeah. Oh yeah, graduation. I think.
Graduation. Yeah, we were having a graduation party at Brian's old home in Illinois. And at one point, this blue parakeet flew from someone else's yard, presumably, into Brian's backyard and just landed on a tree branch. And everyone's like, what the fuck? So, like, people start, like, trying to, like, grab for it or get the bird to fly to them. And literally, I just stood there and put my finger up like that. And then the bird just flew to
And
me.
it just.
And I was like, oh, it worked. It was cool. I didn't think it would work. I was just sitting there like, everyone's trying to bug this bird and they're freaking it out. Meanwhile, I'm just be like, here's a place to land if you want. And it did.
But Mike just looks at it. You comes. That's right.
Shit was
Oh,
cool.
you are mine, little bird.
I don't know why, but like I've had people who've owned like birds like that before, and usually that's like the first thing that I don't even know if you even have to like train a bird to do that, but like all the time they'll just kind of put their finger up and the bird will fly to them. So I figured like, well, this appears to be someone's lost pet bird, so it probably knows what this means. Turns out I was
That's
right.
sure. That's good instinct though. That's good instinct.
Yeah.
I
have my moments.
To the operation.
Mike, you don't have your moments. You're always smart. You're always genius, beautiful. Stop it.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Stop being mean to my friend.
No, it's funny we're even talking about that. Before we started doing the podcast, I spent like, I don't know, the past hour just doing random like trivia quizzes on my phone. I don't know. I have fun doing that sometimes, but it's weird. Like you go on different sites or whatever, and there'll be some where they're just like stupid easy. They ask like the dumbest questions, and it makes you feel really smart. And then you'll get other ones where it's asking like the fucking like I can't even remember some of the questions, but one was like, what country has this lake connected to this river in this part of the? And I'm just like, what? I don't know, man. Argentina. No fucking idea. Like there's some really specific questions out there where it's like, how does it, unless like you live in this place, how does anybody know this shit?
Right. Yeah, it's like no, I wouldn't know. But I'm not. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I've always really enjoyed trivia, so it's something I do when I'm bored, but it's always a crapshoot if I'm any good at it or not.
See, I'm terrible at trivia. I liked the trivia back when we went and did like the Pokemon one and the Disney one. Like I'm terrible like at like trivia on the spot because my brain just can't think of the answer that fast. Like it knows the answer, but my brain just can't come up with it that fast.
Well, it is funny how like being on the spot affects it so bad. I was watching a video on Reddit someone posted where this dude was going like he was just like on the street in like a city, it might have been New York or something, and he was going up to people and just asking them like basic questions, stuff like, if you're driving 60 miles per hour for 1 hour, how far have you gone? And then the one girl was like, I'm not good at math, and the other girl said 2 hours. How far have you gone? 2 hours. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, but the thing is, there's something to be said about... Oh, Brian, your camera froze in the best way possible.
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh, there you go. You're back.
Sorry. Yeah, I just watched it all frozen. Like, fuck.
No, that was good. Just like leaning back like that. That was really good. We should freeze frame that. And just next time you're not on the podcast, we'll just superimpose that in there.
I quickly put up the fake Brian.
Yeah. No, but there's something to be said about like being put on the spot like that, and like obviously there's a camera there's a dude with the mic, so it makes you wonder like, are these people really that dumb, or did they just like freeze up? Because the whole video was just a lot of these people just. Oh yeah, there was one where he's asking them like, can you name like all the continents, and a group of girls there were like, Alaska, New Jersey? It's just like, no way. There's no way you think Alaska and New Jersey are continents. I refuse to believe it.
I don't know, man. I know there's some. Have you seen some of the people in this country? I wouldn't be surprised if they believed it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that the education system has truly failed. No doubt. Brian, just raise your hand. Yep,
Brian.
that's me.
I brought Nintendo Wii.
Yeah. You're a special boy, and we love you for it.
Listen, growing up with me, Mike, it was a gem. I brought you popcorn, and that's really it.
You did well. You did, and you brought popcorn, and really, that's all you had to do. It was very nice. I always enjoyed popcorn.
That was always just so random. Like I just love because we always had so much like popcorn in the house, and my mom's just like, here, just pop some bags and take them to the bus stop, give them to people. So I'd be coming down to the bus stop, all happy and giddy, holding like 6 bags of like popcorn, just freshly popped.
And mind you, it was like 6:30 in the morning. Like we had to get to the bus stop like really early.
And here I come. Mike already had breakfast, probably just brushed his teeth, and here's me. Hey, Mike, take some greasy popcorn. You can't say no. You got to eat it. I'm handing it to him, Octart, everyone else who's there at the stop, and I'm just munching on it like, this is pretty cool, right?
And there'd be times, too, where it'd be like the dead of winter. We're just like standing there on like 3 feet of snow, just eating popcorn that's immediately gone cold.
Right. And like you try to hold on to the bag like that's your heat source.
Yeah.
There was one time I remember I got slick. I stuffed it in my backpack, so they tried to stay a little warm.
No.
Didn't really work.
Still, you should have done that from the get-go instead of trying to like juggle like fucking 5 bags of popcorn.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Well, listen,
what did you have in your backpack anyway, besides a Nintendo Wii?
I mean, things that I needed for school that I didn't really use, like a calculator, textbooks.
Like a calculator, a pencil, textbook. Dude, I always kept my stuff in, like, all my books in my backpack. I never used my locker the entire 4 years of high school.
People.
No.
You were one of those people.
I just didn't have time, dude. We had, like, very short periods to get in between classes, and all my classes were scattered throughout the whole building, so I'm like, fuck it. I'm just carrying everything. I'll ruin my back, but it's okay.
It's funny to say, I think I did the same thing. I don't think I really, like, used my locker.
I just didn't want to have to, like, remember the combination to it because I knew I was going to forget. That's to this day, that's one of those, like, anxiety dreams I have about school where it's like, fuck, I can't remember the combination of my locker. I'm totally screwed.
I hate those kind of dreams.
Dude, I love those combination lockers because, like, I don't know how I got lucky. Like, in middle school, I had, like, the random numbers or, like, whatever. But in high school, I lucked out, and I think it was my freshman or sophomore year, I got my birthday as my combination. I don't know how I got that lucky, but the numbers were my birthday. And I was like, bro, this is going to be easy.
That's great.
The other year, it was, like, everyone's, like, all the months. So, like, my people's, like, birthdays I knew. So, it was, like, my dad's, my sister's, and everyone. So, it was, like, all numbers lined up. I'm like, bro, this is perfect. I just got to remember the last number. Like, I had numbers that were, like, relative to me. So, related to me, so I knew them. I think the only one that I didn't was my senior year locker. But, like, I let anyone use that locker. So, if I forgot it, I'd be like, yo, what was my combo again? They're like, oh, it's this. I'm like, bet.
Your locker was the community locker.
Basically, because, like, for band, I was one of the people who didn't, like, try for honors bands because all, like, the cool my friends were, like, in the lower because they were younger to me, especially for marching band. So then, like, they didn't want to, like, bring their mallet, like, their sticks or whatever shit. So I'd be like, okay, if I say, oh, I'm coming to school later, I'm not coming to first period or whatever, I'm like, here's my combo. Just go grab from my locker and I'll grab it from you when we come back from first period. Or if I have my day off or I'm not coming in or whatever, I'd be like, all right, have this, and this brings either the marching band practice tonight or just keep with you till tomorrow or drop it back off my locker. I don't really care. Like, people would get stuff. Like, I would have, like, random, like, snacks in my locker. I was known as a snack person. I always had plenty of snacks. My mother always gave me extra snacks. Everyone loved me for it. I know Brian's like, yo, I feel you.
I'm not gonna lie, I had snacks and food in my lockers when I would occasionally
Brian, you leave snacks and food everywhere.
Exactly. I would forget about them and they would go bad. And then I learned.
Like that fucking moldy sandwich we found in like your dresser drawer.
It was still good. It was still good.
Brian, you yourself were like, "Oh God, that is heinous." Like that thing was that must have been like months old.
Yeah. I think it was like a ham and cheese sandwich.
I have a lot of friends like that who just kind of like hide snacks like everywhere in their life, just like emergency snacks in case like.
You never know when you need them.
Dude, we're a part squirrel. What do you mean?
I guess.
I always hate having extra snacks. I hate extra snacks. Like I love them because I'm like, ooh, wake up, I'll have a snack against me. But then I hate it because then later I'm like, when I wake back up, I'm like, I'm trying to be healthy and I'm eating this junk.
Yeah, see, I've never been much of a snacker. Like I just go hog wild on meals, but like I don't eat much in between meals.
I love snacking.
Yeah, I know you do.
Just have some snacks. I'll just see it there. I'm like, yo, that looks really good right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In arm's reach, Brian has more snacks. He's just gonna pull out.
Yeah,
there you
look
go.
at that. He has freaking blue Oreos.
Halloween
I never go
Oreos?
anywhere without my snacks.
Are they already bringing out Halloween Oreos, or are those from last year?
No, these are these year. I bought them this weekend.
God
And
damn!
I've
It's
I'm so
today
sorry,
is September
audio
1st, and it's like, oh, Halloween time.
Bro, I've had Halloween stuff since freaking the beginning of like mid-August at our store. We have all the candy set up. We have all the freaking Halloween cereals. Like, we have all the like
every
monster ones. We have
every
all the
year it's
flavor
earlier.
shit. I'm like,
Dude, Christmas shit will be up soon. Don't you worry. Give it 2 weeks. It'll be
the
up.
only reason I'm happy where Halloween candy is up early is because I get to get the Kit Kat, the orange ones, like my favorite ones. Other than that, I don't like when all stuff comes up early. Even though I love Halloween, but it's like the Kit Kat oranges.
Kit Kat orange. Well, like the Kit Kat itself is orange.
Yeah, it's orange, and it's like it doesn't taste like anything.
Oh yeah.
But like the
Yeah,
inside,
they changed
it's
the
like
color.
like the white flavoring. So basically, it tastes really good. Mike, you gotta try it.
Well, I'm sitting there in my mind thinking, like, does it taste like orange? Like it just
No,
orange
just
covered
orange.
chocolate.
It's just orange. It's just orange coloring because Halloween. It
Halloween.
doesn't taste like the orange like cream or anything.
See, I don't want to hear it. The people who make the best holiday candy, and I will fight someone, is Reese's. They got it down pat with their holiday Reese's. I don't care.
What was that
I don't
again?
want to hear
What was
it.
What
The
candy?
holiday Reese's. Holiday Reese's. Reese's.
Reese's.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
Reese's.
But they got it down.
Gotta eat my Reese's.
Got it down pat. Where's I know I got one nearby. They're in arm reach. I know he's here. I smell it.
I smell you. You can't hide from me.
Oh my God, right.
I smell your fear.
No, it is. I don't know. See, like my whole life, I've always been like a snacker, and I never really knew why. Because like I really didn't start snacking. Honestly, I think until like middle school, really. Because I remember my mom kind of more like regulated my like snacking and a lot of celery, which I love celery. I loved a lot. I ate a lot of celery as a kid. But yeah, it was more until middle school is when I started like snacking, and Doritos and Lay's and all that stuff started coming in all the time. Flaming hot Cheetos and yeah, I don't know. I've always been a snacker, and it's terrible. It's horrible.
It's terrible.
Gives you
That's
a
why I'm
belly.
gonna die at the ripe young age of 32. But hey,
Wait, that's soon.
live fast, die young.
Right? Legends always die young, but I'm not a legend. I'm a failure.
Well, failures die young too. That's usually why they die young.
You're right.
They
you're
failed
right.
so hard they straight up died.
I mean,
Here lies Brian Miller. He failed too hard.
He failed himself 6 feet under.
bro, I'm putting it on your tombstone. I don't care if I gotta buy a little plaque and just put it next to your tombstone. I'm putting it there.
He couldn't even die right.
Put it. You got a few words for Brian. Like, this bitch couldn't even die right. What? Ends.
And my fucking, what is it, eulogy?
Yeah.
You know, I was there when Brian died. You know, it took him a while though. He took 6 cars, but he kept going. He kept just hanging on. And by then we were just like, bro, you just be dead at this point. There's no way you'll be able to live. And he's just like, oh, I'm gonna, and kept going. He wouldn't die. He wouldn't die.
I like to think
was-
that Brian, like someday you're gonna get yourself into a terrible accident and we'll have to put you out of your misery. But it'll be just like the time like there was a squirrel. We found a squirrel in my backyard that got like caught on our wire fence, and it like I don't know what it did. It like broke its leg or something, and it couldn't really move. So like I had to put it out of its misery. But like I got like a BB gun that like the sight was completely fucked up on it, so I kept like trying to shoot it, and it just kept missing and missing. So then I'm like, fuck. Now I gotta go get the shovel that we used to pick up dog poo with. So I grabbed the shovel and I just fucking like hit the thing in the neck as hard as possible, and it just starts like shaking, and I'm like, oh god, fuck, please just die, I don't want to hurt you anymore. And that's exactly how it's gonna be with Brian. I'm just gonna be beating him with a shovel. I'm like, just die, please.
That's gonna be beautiful.
While I'm trying to put Brian out of his misery, I just inflict so much more misery.
Inflict more pain on him.
I don't know why. I can just see, like, I'll break my ankle. Like, something that can easily be, like, fixed. Like, just be with your shoulder. Just stop already!
No, it's like a horse that gets a broken leg, dude. We just gotta take you out back and shoot you. Like, it'll heal! No, dude, Brian, I'm sorry. You're no use to us anymore.
I should literally get better in, like, a few months.
Nah, Brian, no. If you're not healing within 5 seconds, in like 5 minutes, you got to get out. It'll bang bang.
Mike's gonna come walking down the hall with like a shovel, just single tear just going down. Just he cocks the shotgun, the fucking shotgun shell pops out.
I always
It's
loved
like,
you.
What? You're always my little boy.
My wild stallion.
If I ever go out, can I at least go out by like someone that like I care about? Like, I don't want to go out by like, I don't know, something.
All right,
I would rather.
all right.
I would.
Brian, you have to right now. You have to pick one person to kill you and the method they do it. Who do you pick and what do they do?
Oh, okay.
Brian, remember we homies.
So like.
So like yeah, Danny
anything,
just
right?
Danny just
Anything's
really
on the
wants to
table?
kill Brian. Just like, hey, I'm your homie. Pick me.
So wait, does it have to be like one person, or
Yeah, one person. We'll say one person.
Okay, and it can be anything,
Yeah,
anything.
any
and they have
method.
to do it.
Any method.
Mhm.
As long as
Oh,
one
okay, I know
person
what
can
we
do
pick
it.
now.
Okay, Octar by lap dances.
You'll just lap dance you to death.
Yeah.
Like break your pelvis in the process. It'll be like that episode of Futurama with the snoo-soo, and you just see like the skeletons with their hands behind their back and the broken pelvises. Yeah.
That right there.
That's wonderful. That's a good way to go.
I think it's beautiful. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a full circle of my life. Okay. How about you guys? What would you guys do?
You know, I want Mo to kill me, but I want him to do it like the end of like I Am Legend, where he's like behind like a fucking like a sheet of glass or some shit, and he just like pulls the pin of a grenade, and then he has to run at me, and we just both go in one fiery explosion.
That would be so epic.
It would be the most fucking intense thing ever. It'd be great.
Wait, when you immediately said I Am Legend, I immediately thought of like, oh no, is he gonna say the Frank scene? Is he just gonna yell at him from like down the street?
No. Oh, but also in I Am Legend, like again, Mo, but he has to kill me like Will Smith killed the dog in I Am Legend, where he just like slowly chokes me out.
When you said that, I was like, oh.
Just Mo choking me out with like the tear, just.
And he has to be in the bathtub. Be in the bathtub.
You just hear my little legs like fucking like hitting the ground, and then they slow down. And then nothing. Silence. That'd be such a brutal way to go.
That would be pure fucking agony.
All right, Danny, your turn.
Oh my god.
Who kills you and how?
Danny's fucked up now.
Danny's like, oh, can we go back to talking about lockers and stuff?
I don't know who I would want to kill me. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I want to be like one hit done, no suffering. But I know if
Oh well, Mike's your man then. Like,
that'd be
look at
Mike.
them guns. Like,
Well, I mean, but again, it depends how with the method. I mean,
Danny, the Kill Bill, the what is it? The 3-second thing. Remember Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh.
The heart stopping move. I can't. Fuck. What is that called?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about. I can't think of it. All right, Mike, I want you to do that to me.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
say
I can do that.
if there's anyone who could pull it off, it's Mike.
I'll start practicing now.
Mike will get it down.
No.
See now. Oh.
Can I be your test dummy?
Yeah, no, totally.
You finally get it. Good work.
Yeah, but then I have to resuscitate you so that Octar can do a lap dance real quick and then you die.
Yeah, good point. Good point. You can't die yet, fucker. But you know,
No.
death is great.
Death is great. Hopefully it
We
comes for
encourage
me
that here,
soon.
Lotus. Oh.
Oh, Villain in chat has a question for us. Well,
What you got, Bill?
type it up, big guy. There's a bit of a delay though, so we'll just have to. We're not gonna sit here in silence for like a minute for the question to come.
No, we must sit in complete silence, staring into our
No
viewers.
pressure.
Stare
Well,
them
what
in
if we
the
did
eyes.
that? Like anytime someone wanted to ask a question, we just all shut up and stare into our cameras until the
Just-
question
Do now.
is delivered. It's got to be great for the audio listeners.
Right? They're just like, are they doing it? Or are they doing
Like,
the bit?
Are they doing the
Is
bit, or
happening?
is it buffering? What's happening?
As all three of them stare into the cameras, their eyes are locked. The audio listeners wait as the question is developed.
Y'all smell toast?
No.
At what point do we do like director's commentary on our own podcasts, where we just release all the podcast again, but with us talking over our podcast?
A podcast talking over about a podcast? Ooh.
You know, in this part, when I was talking about this, I was thinking about.
Bonus,
That'd be
would you be
great,
down
that'd
to
be
do like a stream or YouTube series for the Halo campaigns before the new one comes out? You know,
Yeah.
I've wanted what I started doing before the Microsoft Store completely fucked up my Master Chief collection was I wanted to like play through the campaigns again, just because it's been so long since I played through them. My problem is like I mean, not that it's a problem for this thing, but like I don't like going through those campaigns alone. They're way more fun doing them.
Oh
co-op.
yeah. Yeah, we can. Yeah, I'll be down for that. That'll be fun. You know, I love Halo. You know, I'll be
we
down.
definitely try. When does Halo Infinite come out? Have they dropped a date for that yet? No, they have. I know they have. I just
Yeah,
it's like early
don't
next year.
remember.
Right?
Yeah, I'm totally looking it up. I'm
Yeah.
being straight up. Yeah, no, but you know, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm worried about it because I know that this game went through a production hell and kind of like nightmare for like a while, like changing writers and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Then the battle royale. Oh no, actually, it's December 8th of this year.
Oh, it's December of this year.
Oh.
Oh my god! All
I
right.
thought it was this
Wow.
year.
But yeah, it's
Soon.
just I'm really worried about it. I don't know what they're doing with this, and I don't like the idea of a battle royale. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see. I'm
don't-
holding out.
I
I'm
don't
holding
know.
out.
I don't know. I feel bad
then-
because as time goes on, I get like less and less interested in just first-person shooters in general, and I feel like Halo really peaked for me at like 3 mainly, and blanking on the other one. The game that came after
Reach.
3, Reach. Yeah, I thought Reach was really good, at least campaign wise.
Yeah, I like the campaign.
But I don't know because I never played Halo 5. I played Halo 4 that campaign, and I don't even remember a single thing about it. That's how little it stuck with me.
Four for me was okay, honestly. But I'll be honest, because me and Mo have been playing like the Master Chief Collection like here and there, and we play Halo 4's like multiplayer. Maybe for me because I haven't played it in a while, but honestly, it's really good. I was actually sitting there. I'm like, this is actually probably the best Halo multiplayer I've played, and I played 5, and I'm not a big fan of 5 is multiplayer, but I'm like, Force multiplayer is kind of solid. If Infinite's like this, I think they might snag me on the multiplayer.
You know, it's funny because like what I remember of playing Halo 4, like I remember the gameplay being pretty solid for that, but like I remember the maps being pretty dull. I didn't like many of the maps in Halo 4.
Yeah, they're very samey, like especially with the multiplayer. Like they're very samey, and kind of like you. For me, Halo 4 storyline was kind of forgettable, in my opinion.
And for whatever reason, I have like a distinct memory of a lot of those levels having just like a really dull like color palette. Like they were like I feel like Halo 4 used a lot of like browns and just kind of like gross dull colors. There's a lot of, for better or for worse, and I think unfortunately a lot of it was for worse. I feel like Halo 4 started like taking a lot of stuff from like the Call of Duty series, even with like updates to the gameplay and there's stuff like that. And it's like Call of Duty is great for what it is, but like that's never what Halo was, and it just felt weird.
Yeah, no, that you can definitely see it, like especially with like even like animations and stuff. You're like, ooh, it's very Call of Duty animation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, Halo 3 was one of their best selling multiplayers. At least I think to this day, isn't it still one of the best Halo titles? Or at least sold wise, I don't know, but
I don't remember.
Well, that was when everybody thought Halo 3 was going to be the last one. The whole campaign was finished the fight. Like everyone was like, "Oh, this is it. This is the end of the story." And then by the end of it, you have very good reason to believe that it's the end of the story. And then it's like, nope, there's more.
And then what sealed the deal is when they did then Reach after it, and then they did ODST, and we're like, "Oh fuck, Chief is gone. They're not making another game." And then here's Halo 4. We're like, "Oh."
You're like, "Oh, Chief is back."
But yeah, but that I mean that's companies. Companies don't want to kill off their characters sometimes.
Yeah.
But then you got companies who don't want to resurrect their characters. Like, where's my Sly Cooper at? Where's my Jack and Dexter? Ratchet and Clank is there. What about the other two bros?
Give it up.
Just saying. I know.
Come back.
I know. One day.
One day.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I know Mo would be very upset to hear me say this, but I feel like I've lost a lot of interest in Halo over the years. And like there was a point when I was excited for Infinite. I don't think I really am anymore though.
And that's fine.
It's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Because the more I think about it, like I really do try to think about like what about the game would excite me. Because at first I was like, oh well, I'll be really into like the multiplayer. Play more Halo multiplayer with the boys. But it's like I could be playing Halo multiplayer with you guys now, but I don't because I don't really want to. Like competitive shooters don't really do much for me anymore. And then I'm like, okay, well, maybe the campaign. No, I haven't cared about a campaign since Reach. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything for me in this game now that I think about it.
I get that. Like, I love shooters. Like, I can play shooters for hours. But, like, I was even talking with Jason and John, and, like, we all just randomly, like, around the same time, stopped playing Call of Duty because, like, we're just, like, we're done with it. Like maybe something new pops out, we'll check. Like, we literally just got back into Fortnite because we were like, you know what? Let's try it out. Let's see how it is. We remember why we left, but like it was still fun just to like mess around because there's so many bots in the damn game now, like that you can just go and just fuck around. I'm like, oh, I'll kill a few bots and then we'll let you go see some real players. So, like it's just fun to mess around. That's why I couldn't get back into Halo anymore. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna get Halo. It's on sale.
Yeah.
Sale ends. I never bought the game.
I really do miss when games had like bots that you could just fuck around with, because like that was most of the fun I had with like
Unreal tournaments. I love them.
Unreal Tournament, some of the James Bond games. Even what I liked about Counter-Strike, like you could do maps with bots and like CS:GO and stuff, and that was always really fun. I don't know. I like goofing around in those games. I'm not a very competitive gamer by nature, and unfortunately, that's just kind of the way it always goes with shooters. It's like, no, dude, we gotta fucking get all competitive, go with other players, get in ranked matches, and it's like I ain't got the time for that shit. I ain't got the patience.
Yeah,
certainly ain't got the skill.
I don't have time to grind.
Yeah, I don't do like for me with shooters, it's very in and out. I get little random spurts for shooters. Like Mo to this day wants me to still go back and play Destiny with him and stuff like that. Like just shooters in general, I'm the same way. Like they're kind of hit or miss for me. But like for me, like I have to take long breaks if I'm gonna ever wanna do like a shooter again or something like for Halo. Like me and him just started playing these again. Like and there was a long gap even when Master Chief Collection was out. We played it in the beginning when it first started, not for a while, and now we've just picked it back up. So I'm very like spurts with shooters because I have to take them in doses. Because after a while, yeah, the competitive scene is too much, and I can't do rank stuff. I'm terrible at rank, so I usually stick to like quick matching and shit like that, or like fun modes
and I'll tell you
because
what,
I know I'm not that great.
I know you can water down any type of game to this, but something about the gameplay loop of like a shooter is just way more repetitive to me than I feel like any other type of game, to the point where I'm like, yeah, I can hop on and do a couple matches, but after a certain point, I'm just like, man, I'm just fucking pointing and shooting. I'm getting real bored. I just don't find it that fun. I don't know. It doesn't excite me, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I just turn off my brain. I don't know. But
I already have enough trouble sticking to any type of game for long. Like, Brian, I was talking about this with you. I have, like, game ADD where I'm just bouncing back and forth between a bunch of different games.
Basically.
So, add in a type of game where it's just like, shoot the guys. It's like, all right. That'll be fun for literally 15 minutes, and then I'll move on.
you know...
Finished, though, dang.
What was fun, and I would like to do that again, is play some more of the like Star Wars Heroes. That shit was fun. And I know in the beginning we get our shit kicked in because obviously we're gonna fight high level people, but
you mean
eventually
the Star Wars Battlefront games?
Yeah, it's Battlefront 2, like, but there's a mode where you just play as like the actual hero characters, like the
Heroes. No. I was trying to pinpoint. I thought he was trying to call a game called Star Wars Heroes, and I'm like,
well, that's the thing here, because here's no matter what mode you play in Battlefront or Battlefront 2, you're gonna get your shit kicked in the beginning, especially because everything is based off of like leveling up these cards and getting better skills. So no matter what your level of skill is, even if you're really good at these types of games, you're gonna get your shit kicked in because all your characters are gonna suck. It's just how it starts, and it blows. It's a bad system, and I'm not supporting that. But once you just level up a little bit and start getting more stuff, it becomes really fun because there's an interesting synergy to how all like the heroes work together. Their different powers. Use someone to hold someone in place with the force. Another person can use like lightning on them or whatever. Like you can do all these weird little combinations that can end up being super fun, and it does feel more like of a team effort, whereas like if you just go into the normal game mode, you're all just kind of running around shooting your guns. Like I don't know, I guess I'll go try to get this base, whatever. Like it's just kind of chaos and not all that fun to me. And like the point I brought up when we were streaming at that one time is like, when I play a Star Wars game, I don't want to play like the foot soldier with a gun, like is the fucking schmuck out there with his blaster, like pew pew. It's like, I don't know, like, call me a fucking idiot or whatever, but like I want to be the cool Jedi. I want to be like the people with fucking
that's
neat
what Star Wars
shit to do. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I don't want every Star Wars movie or show to be centered around like a Jedi and Sith, but like for a fucking video game, I want to play as the people who are fun to play as.
I want to run around with my sword, damn it. Let me do my cool
and it was and it was funny because like Oktar was like fighting against me for a while. He's like, no dude, no, the hero mode's bad, and then we finally got him into it, and we were we leveled up some characters and we had some really good matches, and he's like, fuck, you're right, this is really fun. I'll admit when I'm wrong.
See, because that's the thing, right? Because he was having a hard time, and Mo was fine because we sold him on this earlier. Because we played this back on the PC when they gave away for like $5 fucking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we were playing it then. So Mo was already with us on that. But all three of us are trying to convince Oktar, and all Oktar has played was the Conquest because and it's funny because whenever I do play, I only play the clones Conquest because if I'm gonna play as a foot soldier, I would rather be a fucking clone. I'll be honest, that's the time period I would play in. But that's all we played was that after match after match after match. And Oktar is also an individual who loves Call of Duties. Not so much. He stopped nowadays, but But I knew that's how I could sell him on the game. And then I knew like, okay, and I kept trying to tell him like, okay, now dude, as we do this, we're gonna have to like level up Jedis, and we'll have to try to get them and do that. But there's a mode where we can just play them. Akhtar didn't understand that because he's like, well, this is a shooter. Why was there a mode just for Jedis? And he thought it was bad. It would be silly, dumb, overpowered. And I'll admit, the first like 3-4 matches, yeah, we were getting our shit pushed.
Oh, yeah,
we were getting our shit rocked. It wasn't even fun. We were all getting irritated, but we kept telling him, like, dude, just stick with it. Do a few more matches. We got a few points into the cards. We have, as soon as you get your first, like, in my opinion, like your first like blue purple card, which you can kind of get in like a few levels, that's when you're going to start being able to push back because you're going to start understanding the cards. You got more cards unlocking, and Akhtar loves fucking card games, and I knew, like, bro, this is gonna be the move for you, dude. This is it. I got you. Checkmate. And then he fell in love with it, especially when I was Rey, Mike, you were Anakin, Mo was Kenobi, and Akhtar was Luke. And we went into what was the Jabba's palace, and we were like just over the Rancor pit, just consistently pushing people down there, slaughtering, holding down just that one room. And Akhtar's like, all right, this is fun. Okay, I see the amusement from this mode. And we got him. We fucking got him.
It's a lot of fun. As long as
It is.
You just gotta learn the characters, really.
Yeah,
Especially when you play as BB-8 or like...
Oh, yeah.
The other fucking little robot.
Well, see, like, and that's the thing, too. And I knew, like, we could get him on this mode. It just was going to take a few minutes because Akhtar also loves strategizing. Like, he loves fucking fire elements and that shit. I'm like, bro, this mode is all about teamwork. Like,
well, and that's
knowing
the
when to
biggest
come
thing,
in and
right?
pull out.
Because you're in teams of 4, so, like, if you have you and 3 other friends doing it, you guys can actually, like, communicate with each other effectively and make a real difference. And I know what you're saying. It's like, well, can't you do that in the conquest mode? Yeah, but it's you, your 3 friends, and then 50 other fucking dudes that you can't properly communicate with. So it's still just chaos. You can do all the, planning you want to do with your couple of buddies, but it's not like you're going to make a huge difference in the overall game in conquest mode. But yeah, in Heroes, you can just come up with a strat for your team and see how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Take a leap of faith.
Yeah, I would fuck up their controls with Rey. Mike would just come in with Anakin and obliterate. Yeah, it was great.
No, and that was the best part too. Like, I don't even know how it decides, but like, obviously, no matter what, like the dark side is the more popular team to play, so everyone's always playing those characters, which is fine by me because Anakin's fucking broken and like he's on the Jedi, and I'm like, fuck it, man. Y'all gonna keep making me be Anakin? Like, I'll do it. No problem with that.
I'll
do
it.
it.
Man. I love playing as Anakin every time I played Heroes vs. Villains.
Dude, he's a fucking powerhouse. I love Anakin, and that's why, like, when Mikey was like gonna like join us for this, I'm like, bro, you don't even know. As soon as Mikey gets his Anakin going, I don't want to hear. As soon as he gets the Anakin going, we're good to go. He just has to get in the groove. Give him a few rounds. We'll be good, dude. We'll be good. And as soon as Mike fucking got his like Anakin cards like starting to get there, Mike you just see his name, Daffin half killed so and so. Daffin half killed so and so. I'm like, the slaughter begins. Yeah, he's killing them younglings.
The amount of damage fucking Anakin can do is insane if you level up the right cards.
Oh yeah, dude, and that was my favorite part too, because like I knew like, okay, Mo's gonna stick with Kenobi, so Mo's our guy who's gonna kind of charge in, like distract, get him going. Mike will come in like with heavy fucking DPS. I'll be the support, fuck up controls and throw the heals out, and what do you call it? Akhtar will come in with Luke, who's very balanced with Force. So we're like, bro, we got a perfect team. Like, this is perfect. But yeah, and I'm just glad because Akhtar got into it, and then on our. If Mo now is Kylo, right? But Mo took Kylo now because he doesn't do Dooku anymore, right? Yeah, because now I do Grievous, you're Vader, and I can't remember who Akhtar is. Is he Dooku? Is Akhtar Dooku?
Maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Did no one play Maul? I thought someone played Maul.
Oh, that's who Akhtar is. He's Maul. That's right. I forgot he does the flips shit. Yeah. But Grievous is such a little shit. Especially when you get his like crab walk like fucking leveled up, he just
yeah, you're fucked.
Bro, I do it every time. As soon as like we get close, like and I'm Grievous, and we're getting close to like a hallway, and we know there's people down there. I'm like, all right, real fast, crab walk my way in, knock them over. Here comes Mike with Vader.
So fucking creepy.
And then, you know, they got a little gunner. Here's Grievous flipping his fucking sabers around. Oh my god, dude. Grievous is... He's a fucking... I'm sorry, he's a troll character. Grievous is a troll character. You can't convince me otherwise.
Dude, not even just in the game, just in general. The phrase "Grievous is a troll character" is absolutely correct.
Exactly.
Dude's a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny because, like, in the beginning, I mean, Mike, we played the beta when the game first came out. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was at first I was like, okay, this is cool, but then like the more I played that beta, I was very like disappointed by it and really started like disliking it. And then like when it released and all the bad choices they did, I'm really glad to see that they like kind of cleaned it up. Like, you know, it's not impossible to unlock characters now. You know, it's easier to level up, and I'm glad they kind of made it better. You know, it's not great. I still don't like the way that they matchmake because it's easy to get overpowered by people who are like fucking level 99 and you're fucking 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
doesn't always work out in the end for those kind of numbers. But that's when you just like, fuck it, I'm gonna take you on anyways, bitch.
Oh yeah. I still give it my all. But and it's always fun when you kill one of them because then they're all pissed like, oh, that motherfucker got me. Hell no, and then their pride's involved.
For real.
But yeah. But yeah, no. But yeah, the point is, I'm just glad that they kind of fixed it up a little bit because I did want like a good newer Star Wars game, and you know I missed the older Battlefronts.
Yeah.
I feel you. One day we'll get the Star Wars game we always wanted, Brian.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I'm
I heard that
to see what's going on with and I can't remember what developer's making it, but they've got that new Star Wars. It's supposed to be like some weird open world Star Wars game in the works. And I know there's a lot of rumor going on that it would be like bounty hunter related in some way. It's the developer who made like the Division games.
Ooh.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I don't know exactly what that's
I'm a little
iffy
like, with that one. Like, I like it. Their gunplay is good. I just don't like how they do how like the enemies have levels, and if they're too high level, you can't hurt them.
Dude, I have the Division 2. I think I bought that when it was on sale for like $5-10, and I haven't even installed it, let alone played it. Like, never played a second of that game.
Yeah, me and Mo and our buddy Pete, we beat the first whole Division. Like, we went through and beat the whole thing, and I think we beat like the first DLC. And like we had a great time, but we were just so irritated because, dude, the fucking enemies, like if they're 2 levels ahead of you, it doesn't matter if you have the greatest fucking gun, and they don't matter. You're on their level. They don't give a flying dick. Your gun don't mean shit to that. It's just like, well, then what the fuck's the point of me grinding out all these hard fucking parts or going into the fucking dead zone and getting these rare hard parts? It's like, come on, man. Well, come on. Like, I hate when games do that shit. Like, if the enemies level with you, I'm cool with that. That's fine. But don't fucking neuter my fucking damage because this son of a bitch is fucking, 3 levels ahead of me. Well, this ain't Pokemon. I'm here to shoot motherfuckers.
Isn't that
like, come on,
how it works for most of those types of games too? Because I'm even thinking something like the Borderlands games. It's the same kind of fucking deal where you might think you're hot shit with a great gun, and then you come up with an enemy who's a couple levels higher than you, and suddenly you're like, fuck, I'm not doing anything to this guy.
Yeah, but I feel like Borderlands did it well. It's just, I don't know, I didn't like how Division did it. Like, yeah.
Disagree. Listen, we streamed Borderlands 2 again, not recently, a couple years back. Like me, Mo, Mike, and Jory, and I was surprised how much fun I wasn't having replaying it, because like I loved Borderlands 2 back in the day. Like I played the shit out of it. I thought it was great.
Likewise.
And then like replaying it kind of recently, I was like, fuck, this kind of blows. I'm really not having fun with this.
Yeah, I haven't picked it up recently, so I don't remember if it was good or not. So never mind then. I guess it still doesn't hold up. But my problem is, I think a lot of it is I'm kind of getting tired of looter shooters, and that's
dude, I've been tired of looter shooters for fucking like 10 years.
Yeah, Like it's just
I'm over it.
I don't know. Those games to me just don't appeal to me anymore. Like
No.
like I know Mo loves Destiny and he loved Anthem when it came out. I can't do them looter shooter.
How can
shit.
anyone love Anthem? What is there to love about Anthem? That is such a fucking
Anthem?
dog shit game.
Oh, dude, he
Top
back
to
in the day,
bottom.
he loved
Top
it.
to
He
bottom,
loved
dog shit everywhere.
it. But it's just I can't do the. My problem is it's the fact of the bullshit leveling shit that they do, and that's what scares me with this fucking Gotham Knight shit that they're putting out right now. I'm sorry, I haven't got any faith in Gotham Knight. They're doing the same bullshit with the fucking it's division without guns. I have to punch my enemy, but they got a gun. They got a gun, and they're 3 levels ahead of me.
Well, and especially a game based around
Like,
like characters who fucking sneak attack people. It's like, yeah, but if he's too high level, he's got more health. You can't sneak attack him. So,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm jumping from fucking 20 feet in the air and I'm landing on this fucker's neck, I don't give a goddamn how many levels. He's down. He's out. I don't care.
There are just some games where like enemies shouldn't have levels. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. Like okay, I don't know. If you can figure it out, awesome. I know Mo will argue with me saying, but Destiny does it right. No, Destiny pissed me off even with it. It's just, I don't like the fact that shooters add the level system. I understand it adds a sense of challenge, but then it's just, if you're gonna do that, do it the Dark Souls way. Like Dark Souls, maybe they are different levels. I don't know because you don't see their levels, but it's just they take the challenge and they just do it well. They just I don't know how to explain it.
The philosophy a game like Dark Souls takes with difficulty is a few things. I mean, yeah, obviously characters in different areas will have different levels of like health or different damage or whatever. That's always a part of those games. Any kind of like action RPG game has that. But the biggest thing is the way it uses level design, enemy placement, and then enemy attack patterns or AI or whatever in order to challenge the player. So like if you design a level in such a way that you know you're going to have this tight little narrow cliff where, you know, on one side you got a wall and the other side there's a drop to your death. What Dark Souls is going to do is going to put just a little random like zombie dude in like a corner that you don't see, and he's going to run out and try to push you or something, or like they're going to place enemies in such a way that that's the challenge you try to overcome, right? It's not that they have a billion health so you got to sit there and hack at them for 3 days. It's just how the enemies are used in the context of the game itself or the area that you're in.
Yeah.
Like, and that should be for most games where the challenge comes from. You know, this isn't to say that different enemies can't have varying amounts of health or do varying amounts of damage, but if your idea of difficulty is, oh, this enemy is just a bullet sponge, it just takes literally an hour to kill them, that's not challenging, it's tedious. And you're just leaving more opportunities for the player to mess up because the fight takes so long. It's not, that's what, you know, that's why they coined the term artificial difficulty, right? Because it's like, yes, it's harder because it takes longer and you're more likely to die if, you know, the enemy does a lot of damage, but it's not that the actual encounter itself is all that difficult. Because in a game like, I don't know, Destiny or Borderlands or whatever, you're still just behind cover, go shoot, get behind cover, go shoot, whatever. You know, it's. I mean, it's a shooter. What else are you gonna do but fucking shoot?
Yeah.
Not raw.
Yeah. No, I agree.
There's not much more you can do. Your object is to shoot.
Yeah, and that's fine. But if that's the case, then, you know, design some interesting enemy encounters where the player has to think about how to approach the situation as opposed to just having a bunch of bullet sponges there or whatever. I always think about, and not that it's like, I mean, it's a game with shooting in it. I wouldn't call it a shooter per se, but I always go back to something like Metal Gear Solid 5, where you go into an enemy base, and again, like the way the enemies are approached, how they walk around the area and stuff like that. You just have to think of different ways to approach the situation with guns or with other items you have or whatever. No matter what, it's usually not a situation where you're shooting a dude for 45 minutes watching a health bar go down, you know? You're actually thinking about how to approach the situation.
Speaking of Metal Gear, not to even like not to jump on that, but there's even like missions where like sometimes you sit there and wait it out and wait for this, see what the situation brings, and sometimes it can bring an easier opportunity, and I like that. But you can make that still a challenge instead of just like, well, yeah, this man, he's no abilities, no special powers, same kind of human like you, but he can absorb 30 clips. It's
Yeah,
like,
but his numbers are bigger than yours, so that's the
Yeah.
challenge, And
It's
the
like,
upsetting part
okay.
is like there are games in which that stuff works. Like I mean that's kind of the whole philosophy behind classic RPG games, right? It's just kind of a numbers thing. If your numbers aren't high
Yeah.
enough, you may need to grind up your numbers, and that's fine. It works in those styles of games, but when you're doing like an action fucking first person shooter game, I don't think that fits as well as a lot of people would think it does. Like it's just I don't know, you're just meshing these two different things. I don't think every fucking type of game needs those RPG elements where you got to level up because the enemy's too high of a level and your numbers are too small.
Right.
Whatever happened to just fucking you get a gun, you shoot a dude. If you shoot him in the head, it kills him. Otherwise, you got to do a couple body shots.
Right? Like, dude, give me like fucking Metal Gear Solid 3 where I literally have to watch my surroundings because a sniper is going to fucking peg me.
Yeah.
Like I legitly have to watch for a fucking shine on a sniper scope that is literally like 30, 60,000 fucking feet from me. And I have to look for that little fucking shine. And if not, I'm dead. Dead.
Well, I think at like its core, for me, like the thing I love about video games is the puzzle solving aspect of it, right? And that doesn't mean it has to be a literal puzzle, just that like if you approach a situation, even if it's just an enemy encounter, it's fun to think about like, oh, okay, here's what the enemy has at their disposal, here is my surroundings, here's what I have at my disposal, like how can I approach this in the best way possible. And if the answer to that question is would just shoot them more, then it's like that's not very interesting. Like I don't think that's good game design. I think that's just kind of a lazy like whatever,
Right? Yeah.
Basically.
No,
Just
yeah.
There you go. You guys can deal with this. What we think of something else to give you. All right. Yeah. Good talk.
And there are games that do that. Like I think about. I don't know if I'm gonna upset anybody with this, but like I think about the Uncharted games a lot, and like how it always feels like that game, those games in general, they like just kind of throw enemy encounters at you just because like, okay, here you had your platforming segment, now here comes the wave of enemies because you fucking morons want to shoot something, so here's your goddamn stupid enemies in the arena. And every time, because you get to an open area with like little like fucking cover to kneel behind you, like, okay, now's the enemy encounter part. Like those games, instead of like intertwining like all the different like design elements of the game, of the combat and of the platforming or whatever, it's just like, here's your long platforming segment, here's the open arena with the enemies that you shoot, here's the long platforming segment, here's a long cutscene. And it's just like, I feel like you can do it better.
See, and that's the thing. See, that's a lot. That's the like adventure game trope, right? Like even older Tomb Raiders, even like the reboot Tomb Raiders, they all do the same shit. You're gonna climb for a bit, fight these people in this room. Okay, solve the puzzle. You did good. Cool. Climb again. Okay, enemies. Hey, now look at that. Another puzzle. We know you like it's just like, give me something different. Make it interesting.
Y'all hate on my Tomb Raider and Uncharted. And
Oh no! Trust me. I love the reboot. When the reboot first came out, I bought the actual collectors. I have the collectors, the tin and the actual like.
I know, and
Final
it's gonna
Fantasy
be mine
figure.
one day when I come over and I just take the Tomb Raider. Like we already discussed this, Brian. It's gonna happen.
Girl, I will hunt you down.
Yeah, with your broken legs. Good luck. I'll get farther away.
Mike, you ain't outrunning this Titan.
No, I'm not trying to shit on like Uncharted and Tomb Raider because I think they're really good games that do a lot of things like really, really well. I think I'm just more upset that they don't like intertwine their different design elements in a more interesting way. Because
we're talking about like the mechanics.
Yeah, because it does feel like they begrudgingly like give you like combat segments where it's just like, okay, now you can shoot some fucking dudes, you dumb gamer. Like it's like the game's mad at you. Like, all right, you had your fucking here's your arena where you can shoot people. Are you happy? Now can we move on? Because especially like Uncharted games, like clearly they just want to tell a story, and the stories, from what I can tell, are really, really good. Honestly, they should. I know they have an Uncharted movie coming out, but from the get-go, they probably should have just made movies, because I think that's what the Uncharted people wanted to make. I think they wanted to make a movie, and unfortunately, they had to make a video game, so they're like, all right, fucking whatever. Here's the part where the player has to climb a bunch, and then they shoot the dudes, and then we can get the cutscene that we care about. Like, here's the story, here's the character interactions, here's the good stuff. Here's the dumb fucking gameplay again. Like, it seems like the game's like fucking mad that it's a video game.
See, that's the thing, and like Uncharted 4 was praised, like yeah, for its gameplay, but it was the cinematics, their cutscenes, how beautiful. Like, yeah, no, especially from when I noticed it on Uncharted 2, maybe not necessarily the first one. That one kind of felt like the very old school like action, like adventure game, but especially the second one, they went so heavy on cinematography, especially in that fucking beginning with the snow and Nathan Drake's hanging on the edge. I'm like, bro, this is y'all focus on the cinema. This is your budget. It's the camera angles. That's what y'all did, right? You guys hired some big like Hollywood cinematographer, fucking came in here and said, no, put the camera like this at an angle, hang it down a little bit, make him small, make him a little bit of the target, make him feel weak, tiny, worthless. It's like, damn, y'all put emotion into this. This is great. And then you do the gameplay. The gameplay was all right, but I'm just like, wow, like, it is night and day.
here's what it makes me feel like. It'd be like if you had a Mario game where, like, you know, you have your big epic Mario cutscene, Bowser steals Peach, and it's intense and explosions are going off, and then you have like the segment where it's like, okay, now here's the running and jump segment. You run, jump, here's the block, you run, you jump, but there's no enemies in it. You're just running, you're jumping, there's a gap, you jump over it, you run it, and then you get to an area where it's just like 50 Goombas, and you just jump on the Goombas all in this one area, because this is the Goomba segment. They just threw all the Goombas here. Then you do that, okay. And now they had their fucking awesome cutscene. Fucking Bowser is Peach now, and he's going to the castle and shit. And it's like, no, they don't design the games that way. It's all intertwined, right? Like they place enemies specifically throughout the map in ways that might be challenging to the player, and they actually intertwine everything in an interesting way, because like it's a fucking video game, and that's what it tries to do, is be a video game.
Right. Yeah, no, I 100% agree, and that's why I also like slowed down on, like, I haven't played the fourth. I think the 2 was actually my last one, because I played part of 3 and I just kind of stopped.
Uncharted.
But no, yeah, Uncharted.
Yeah,
no.
1, 2, and 3.
What up?
I said I beat 1 and 2 and 3, and I bought 4, and I haven't played 4.
Yeah. And even though 4 is, everyone's just like, that's the greatest one. I'm like, that one is just the cutscene one, though.
But you
like,
get to learn his
literally.
backstory too. You can see his brother, and you can learn his backstory and why he became who he is, and yeah.
Hey,
Well,
and
the movie's
it's probably
coming out. They'll explain it in that.
No, it's probably all great. Like Uncharted is one of those series that, like, of any game series, I'm like, that's probably the one where you go into like the YouTube thing where you just look up the cutscene compilation of everything that's going on, because then you get all the story, you get all the good interactions, and you do it in far less time. And you really get the good part of the game, right? Because, like, are you really missing out that much by not playing it?
So, someone once told me, and they're like, yeah, that's how you play Heavy Rain. And I'm like, sir, you are partially right, but it's still a great experience.
I never played Heavy Rain, but I got it for free on my PlayStation, but I no longer have PlayStation Plus, so I can't play it.
Oh, dude, it's a good one. That one...
Is that the game where you press A to Jason?
Yep.
Jason. Jason. Well, there's a really funny video online where that shit's broken, and like the game goes into a cutscene, but the guy can still press A to Jason. So during the cutscene, the guy's just like, Jason.
Jason.
It's hilarious, and like there'll be when the like camera cuts to another character and the dude's in the background, you just hear him from the background, just like, Jason. It's really funny. It's worth looking up if you haven't seen it.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I remember that. I haven't seen that in a while though. That's awesome.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious, dude. I love shit like that, like genuinely super funny video game glitches. There's another video from like Mass Effect 1 where
no,
a dude's played Mass Effect 1 and he gets to like a scene where Shepard's supposed to be talking to somebody, but like I think he can still control Shepard, or Shepard's still like running around or whatever. So like during the fucking like cutscene, like it would cut to the person Shepard's talking to, it would cut to Shepard, but Shepard's not in the shot. It would cut back and you see like Shepard just like running like towards the camera. and like the dude's like playing the game and just losing his shit over it, and he has the most like infectious laugh I've ever heard. It's so good.
There was one where it was like the same thing. I think it was Mass Effect 1, but the guy could still control the Moko, the big vehicle that you get.
Yeah.
And there's like a cutscene where he's just talking, you just see the thing just come in and just run him over.
Yeah. It's fucking hilarious.
It's still talking.
I love shit like that so much. I've seen like other clips of other games where like a cutscene is triggered, but like an enemy is still aggroed. So like your character's sitting there talking, and then like a fucking giant like beast just hits you with a club and just. It's so good.
Oh god,
I live for that stuff.
Those are my favorites. Let's randomly, you're like all having a focused conversation, like, oh yeah, I'm safe now. The monsters can't get. Where'd my character go? I see the dialogue. Where's my character? Get up. I have like 1 HP because they can't have you be dead when the cutscene's over.
Yeah.
They gotta leave you with 1 HP. So then you're like, what the fuck am I? Now we gotta watch that cutscene again. Let's go.
But my favorite one ever was it was with you, Mike. I remember we were in your bedroom and we were playing Oblivion, and I don't remember what you did, but you pissed off a guard. And I remember Mike went to go talk to someone. He was like talking to him, and you could just hear the guard in the background say like, I fought mud crabs worse than you. You just hear him yelling in the back, and Mike shouldn't have this conversation. He can't hear the dialogue anymore because the fucking guard is just like, well, here we go.
Well, because like I'm trying to talk to this dude, and then like the fucking like combat music kicks in, and it's like really fucking loud, and then you got the guard that like, I fought mud crabs stronger than you. And he's like fucking throwing shit around in the background, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on behind me right now. I can't hear what you're saying. This dude's real mad at me.
No, it was great. I see, those are the bugs. Like I don't care if a game is like, buggy, whatever. If the bugs are good like that, I don't care. Whatever, they'll get
funny
fixed.
Bugs are good.
Yeah, but if the game's fucking broken, okay, then I have an issue. But I love me a good little bugging glitch.
Yeah, Oblivion was one of the games I played that had some of the funniest bugs and then some of the most broken bugs ever. Because there was one point where like I was generally stuck. I could not proceed with like the main quest anymore. Because you get to a point where you're like in a sewer with one of the characters, and he needs to like open the door for you to go into the next segment, and he wouldn't do it. He would not do it. I would reload the game. I'd do everything I could. The guy just would not open this door, and I just couldn't fucking proceed. I was like, this entire fucking playthrough is just screwed now because I can't finish the main quest line.
See, and I felt even worse because then I gave you another copy, right? It was like someone else's to like see if maybe it was just your disc.
Well, because the copy I was using was that person's copy that was completely like fucked up, and then like you tried like, well, use my disc, but by that point my save was already screwed, so there was nothing I could do. Yeah,
and then like didn't you try to go out the other way and the door like wouldn't let you leave? Yeah.
I was stuck in that room. It was horrible. This is why now I always save on like multiple files with any kind of like RPG game. Like Oblivion was the game that taught me this because I was just saving over the same file, and of course I'm a compulsive saver. So like I'm going through this main quest line, I get into this room in the sewer, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save here. All right, and here we go. And then I couldn't do anything. Couldn't leave the room. Couldn't go forward. I was just trapped.
I felt so bad.
I think the one time I got out, it was because I glitched through like the wall or the ground or whatever. So I was like outside the fucking map of the game.
Yeah, I remember that we were seeing like all the cloudiness around it. Yeah,
but I still couldn't proceed. It was just broken.
I felt so bad.
When that happens.
No.
Right. Dude, especially when it's like a game that you put fucking hella hours in and it's just like Like the game, it's funny because the game that taught me that too to do the hella saving is fucking Fallout 3 and fucking
Yeah.
Oblivion.
I did the same fucking thing in Fallout 3, except it wasn't a bug. It was just that it was the end of the game, and this is before they had the Brotherhood of Steel add-on that let you go past the end of the game. Because for those who don't know, in original Fallout 3, the game just ends. Like, you're in a final room, and now, granted, it does warn you, but you don't know that you can't leave the room. It just says, like, hey, like, you're reaching, like, the end game, just so you know. You're like, okay, fine. So, like, I go into, like, the end game, and, like, I save thinking there's going to be, like, a boss fight or something or whatever. I don't know. Same fucking mistake where I only had the one save file. You go through, you know, a Fallout 3, it's the whole thing with, like, the radiated fucking chamber or whatever, and you have to choose to either go in there or not or whatever. But when you get that, you get end credits, and then all you can do is load back your previous save. But I was stuck in that room, and you can't leave the room. So I couldn't do anything else. I was just stuck there. It was terrible.
Yeah, because I remember because you beat it ahead of me and you like warned me like, dude, before you go in there, like don't.
Wow.
Don't go in there.
Well, yeah, well, because I remember because then I saved outside of it and then you can kind of continue.
Right.
But yeah, that surprised me because like the game because even when I got to that part, I'm like, oh my god, the game doesn't even warn you like, hey, save before coming in. You know. It just says, hey, you're reaching the end.
Yeah, well, you don't know the door is going to be locked behind you for some reason. And it's like a gameplay thing. There's no story reason why. Like, you just go into the door, and then suddenly you can't get out. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yep.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, but the fucking Bethesda games, man, they fucked me so much. So many saves, so many profiles. So many replays.
Most of yours were just corrupted saves.
Yeah, all the time. And I would get so mad because my favorite fucking DLC on Oblivion is the goddamn Shivering Isles. And I have played that storyline so many times. Like, sure, like, it was fun, but it wasn't willingly sometimes. It was just because I had to start over. And then I would be like, all right, well, let me get Shivering Isles out of the way. And I would just go through Shivering Isles. But, God. Luckily, well, does that count? I mean, my Fallout 4 got corrupted.
You corrupted your Fallout 4 with all the fucking mods. That was you.
It counts.
You can't. Right? That's the one time you can't blame Bethesda on that one. That was entirely on you.
They didn't stop me. They didn't stop me.
Yeah, they should have sent one of their agents to come to your house and been like, Mr. Miller, stop! You have violated the law.
We will confiscate all stolen goods.
I fought mud crab stronger than you.
Have it.
Again, the Oblivion music plays like. Dun-dun-dun.
He opens up the briefcase, pulls out a fucking sword. Is like Jesus. Throws me one. If you survive, you can download that mod. God, I think where it stopped, if I remember, my counter was at 336 mods like active.
336, my God! I don't think I've ever installed more than like 20 mods at a time.
Crashing.
Yeah, well, see, because the problem was like I got really into the fucking texture mods. Like I wanted the fucking water to look realistic, like realistic looking radiation in there, and texture. Because I mean, like Fallout 4, yeah, it looks good, but a lot of the fucking textures are lazy as shit. I'm gonna be honest, they're fucking lazy. So I was downloading so many mods that were just like, some of them will even be like just improvements on a single item or something like that. It's just like I wanted the game to look good, and I was so like heavy into that. To where I eventually, my dumb ass was like, well, now we're going to have fun mods that like try to add stories and shit like that. And it just fucking wasn't happening anymore. It's just like, bro, you are getting deadly close to my death. I need you to stop. And it crashed a few times. Like, listen, I think you may be reaching maximum mod capacity here. I'm telling you hella warnings. And I'm like, fuck that. Take another one, you stupid bitch. And it eventually died. You
just want to listen.
Brian's like, what the fuck happened? Why did this stop? I don't know why it's not working. I only have like 300 plus fucking mods.
And every single one of them was active. Even like half of them I wasn't even using at some point. Because I would find a better mod.
It becomes
Oh my
such a
God.
mess too with like proper load order and stuff. Like you probably had stuff just constantly overloading itself, and it's just like I don't know what to fucking do.
Yeah, but I had a lot of like extremely useful mods. Like probably one of my favorite one was like where crafting like didn't really like it wasn't that pricey if I remember like the materials cost and all that shit. Like I was just. But again, keep in mind I've beat Fallout like for like what I think twice or whatever. So at that point I didn't give a fucking dick about the story. I'm like I'm gonna play it my way.
You beat it twice,
myself.
really?
Well, the Railroad and then the Brotherhood storyline when you choose to go join the Brotherhood.
You liked that game enough to beat it twice?
Damn.
I don't know. Well, it was it was fun.
I mean, it's fine. It's a fine game, but like after beating it once, I was like, that's plenty.
Well, it was for me. It was still the hype for it when it came out. So, but by then when I got on the PC, I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna mod it." So, it was fun. I liked it.
It was fun.
And better with mods.
Most of those games are.
Yeah.
Skyrim had some cool mods. I had a lot of them where it was like people would make their own like companions you could have, and they'd be like fully voice acted and stuff. It was really, really cool. Some of them even modded in like new areas and stuff with their own quest lines. It's insane.
Dude, people were talented. One person was doing, what was it? They were combining like Cyrodiil into Skyrim. I don't know if it's done.
Well, they had they had I think it was just called like Sky Oblivion or something, where they were putting
something like that.
Oblivion into Skyrim, and the same thing with Morrowind as well. They had one for that.
Yeah, like that's fucking awesome, but Jesus Christ, the fucking processing for that.
Yeah.
Some piece of your computer.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing too. I downloaded mods and was like, hey, make sure you got a good fucking graphics card and you got enough RAM and all that shit. I'm like, hey, be fine. Take it.
That's okay.
Yeah. We saw how long your PC lasted.
Well, it was funny because I remember the mod that killed it. It was the mod where your husband or wife would have survived. And because I guess people found like data and like dialogue, actual choices in the game where it looks like both of them were going to actually survive. So people like pulled that out and then also added like their own stuff into it. But I remember I was loading that mod up, getting ready to go down there, starting like... No. You can go back there with your previous character. Going down there with my beefed out character here with her Captain America shield and her fucking like, I think I like Iron Man's glove or something. Going down there, and it crashed, and the game never opened again.
It's literally that fucking
why.
donkey video with Skyrim.
Literally,
A mud crab with the top hat and a monocle. Hey, that's too much. That's where I draw the line. Come on, Master Chief. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I was wearing Halo armor, Halo 4 armor.
Oh my god, child.
I loved it. It was great. And my character kind of looked like Major from Ghost in the Shell. It was awesome. Listen, I don't mod shame. Download what you want. Enjoy yourselves. You want sex mods, put them in. I don't judge. But
I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't have a mod for that. For you.
I may have had a few in my Skyrim. I may have had a few. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, whatever, man. Don't mod shame me. I don't want to hear it.
I'm mod shaming you right now, live for all to hear.
Listen, I'll record it when I get my PC back. I'll fucking load it up. I'll make a video.
Bro, you can't load it up. Your PC's gonna fucking recrash.
We can't load up Fallout 4. My Skyrim, though.
Skyrim, on the other hand. Siri
can be your companion. I have a whole Witcher add-on.
Wow.
Oh,
Let me tell you, we can do this. Mike, that'll be a good video. Be like Game Grumps when fucking Dan and Aaron were playing fucking Ross's modded Skyrim. And fucking Macho Man was the dragon.
Oh, well, that was just Ross playing it. I think it was Ross.
That was Ross,
wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh yeah.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
That'd be great. That'd be fun. Just mod a game and have your friends play it.
Why not? It'd be
But-
like you actually made a game, but you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Listen, they'll just be disappointed because there'll just be big titties flopping around everywhere.
Nothing disappointing about that.
I would
But
be
it's like, actually, I encourage it.
Yeah, I would expect nothing less.
like, yep. Should have seen this coming.
It is genuinely funny. Like this is the thing with like Sky. I know it sounds like such a fucking excuse, but there are so many like awesome armor sets that people mod in, but like they do require like new body meshes. Like you know those like nude mods.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those clothing like require those mods because of the body meshes they add. So it's like, well, now I have to install the nude mod just so I can get the clothes I want.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, well, see, that's what killed me because, like, for my Fallout one, I wanted to wear this. What was it? It was like some cool, like, futuristic outfit. But yeah, I had it down with the fucking nude mod, and I remember like the time with Jesse, I'm just like, please, I really hope she doesn't see me looking this up. She's gonna think something's wrong. I swear it's for armor.
Dude, to this day, I forget I have it on when like I load up Skyrim or something because like I'll just be playing Skyrim normally and I got like my custom like armor on. It looks real cool, and then like I'll loot a body and then suddenly the body's naked and I'm like, oh, right,
Right?
Forgot.
Like, oh,
completely forgot.
Funny.
and then you're just like not trying not to look down.
Like, oh, whoops.
A man's got his whole cock on display.
That's why, like, honest, there have been times when it's like, no one's available to stream tonight. Maybe I should just like stream some Skyrim and just fuck around. Then I remember, no, wait, fucking, I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna loot somebody. There's gonna be a big pair of titties on the screen.
and I'm
They
gonna
all
want to
complain.
like. Can you get in trouble for that for the mods on Twitch?
You can have some. They just don't want you to be like your main focus to just be
Yeah.
focusing on it.
Oh, okay, because I know like with Cyberpunk
mean,
how you can
see,
actually
there-
make your character naked.
Yeah, well, and there are video games with like legit nudity in it that isn't against TOS per se. I just
Witcher?
kind of it's a case by case thing.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
Yeah, I was curious how they would handle that. But I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be playing for the nude, but I'd just be like, "Yo, look
Oh, I
at this
would.
overpowered character."
Mhm.
I fucking would.
Oh,
Oh, no shame.
listen, I want to jump real high and real far and fucking throw a Captain America shield at someone's head.
And your bare tits flop in the wind as you do it.
Damn straight, bro. There was I had a most badass moment. I will never forget it. It's buried in my head, and it was at the funniest time ever. And it was back at my old apartment in San Francisco. I was playing my modded Fallout 4, and I had my Captain America shield. I remember I was talking to you, Mike, and other Mike, and you guys were both in there, and we were talking about, you guys were just talking about how I overly modded my Fallout 4, and other Mike's like, oh, come on, how many does he really have? And I like told him my number. I think at the time it was like 200 and something. And then meanwhile he's like, okay, well, what do you have? Like, you probably have like texture mods and all that shit. At the time, I'm like, oh yeah, no, totally. As I'm blocking fucking bullets with my Captain America shield, fucking throwing it at fucking people watching it bounce, catching that shit
dude,
again. I'm like,
they're
oh,
all
yeah,
just
dude,
like visual
totally.
mods, and the ones they're all lore friendly. The ones I have, like, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, no, totally.
Pull out your
And then,
lightsaber.
like, yeah, have the lightsaber ready. And I remember, like, I threw, I blocked a bullet through the shield at someone. And I guess at the time my speakers were on, and it made the dung dung like bouncing sound. And I remember other Mike's like, bro, what gun are you using? I'm like, I got Captain America's shield.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I
that,
was found out.
that's always where it goes, right? Like modding always like starts with just like a few visual mods here. I'll do
Yeah.
a few mods to like clean up the menus a bit, maybe some stuff to just you know, some quality of life improvements. There's some cool like lore friendly like armor I'm gonna add on, some weapons, stuff like that too, and like there's like new characters I can put in here too and stuff like that. Next thing you know, it's just a fucking mess, and you've spiraled.
yeah.
The game looks nothing like it used to. You're in just some dystopian nightmare where you have Thomas the Tank Engines coming from the sky, while you got the fucking their music comes in. It's like, come on, motherfuckers, come on.
There's a fucking swarm of them coming.
Feel it coming.
It's a slippery slope.
Feel it coming, baby.
Yeah, I had that shit. It was bad. It was. I never downloaded a Thomas mod though. I'm too afraid of the nightmares.
How dare you? Thomas the Train would never give you nightmares.
Listen. There was a mod I saw where it's Thomas the fucking Tank Engine as a fucking Deathclaw. No,
I've
no,
seen that.
scary enough.
I saw that. I was dying. I was like,
There's nothing more terrified than a roid out fucking Thomas is charging at you. And you know that motherfucker's gonna hit hard. I never went that far. I had Mjolnir, I had my Iron Man glove, I had my Captain America shield, my Iron Man gauntlet.
no, what was the first thing you said?
Mjolnir.
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 I got my
I don't know how to say it.
Mjolnir.
I had my Halo armor. It was great. It was.
Yeah, you were there for the lore, all right.
Oh, I was there. But man, when I start modding a game, that just means I've beaten it enough, and now I'm just kind of having fun with it. But
Brian, you don't beat games. You just lie about beating games.
I beat games, sir.
No, you don't.
Been called out, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first.
What game haven't I beaten?
Dragon Quest
Does not
11.
beat game.
I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Okay, sir.
I like how I always have that one in my back pocket, just ready to go.
This is always ready. All right, give me another one. Give me
Also
another
Chicken
one.
Horse.
Well,
technically,
I'm bad at platformers.
well, you know it's funny we're talking about it
Any
because
Mario game.
you've never actually beaten Skyrim, right?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that one I've never beaten. Okay, there you go. You got me on that one. And I modded.
And that's a
You're
game
right.
you modded to hell and you never actually beat it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I beat the Dawnstar DLC. That was cool with the vampires and the Dawn Guard. That was cool.
But you didn't beat the game.
No, I never beat the main storyline.
No. And not even, this isn't a game you modded. As far as I know, I don't even know if you can probably mod it, but you haven't beaten Witcher 3.
It's true.
You can't mod it.
That's very true. I haven't, and I have it on every console now.
Yep.
I can play it PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Wii, all at the same time.
And yeah, you have yet to beat this game, and he bought it on every fucking platform he owns.
But a lot of them, they were just given to me. They were just given to me. The Xbox copy I got from GameStop for free. I bought the PlayStation, I'll admit to that, and the Switch, I'll give you that. Rockstar bought all the Witches for me on fucking Steam. It's just like, they're just given to me. Just given. I bought 2 out of the 4, alright? Half off. Whatever. Whatever, I don't want to hear it. They're good games, I'm gonna beat it one day. One day.
One day.
One day.
The day you beat them will be the day I beat fucking Kingdom Hearts 3.
You don't gotta beat that one.
Yeah.
That one's okay.
Yeah, you
That
might as well just cut your
we'll
losses
forgive
on that
you.
one.
Yeah, we'll forgive you.
I just want to beat it so I can see my boy Baymax. I don't even care if I do the whole world. I just want to see my boy Baymax.
Oh, it's not Baymax. It's disappointing Max. That's what that is. Let me tell you.
Okay, you'll
I'm
beat
a-
the
I'm-
game when I beat Spider-Man.
That's a good game. What do you mean you haven't beaten Spider? Ma'am, I have beaten both of them. The first one, like twice or 3 times.
I have
Even
to
on
beat-
New Game Plus, 100%.
I haven't finished the DLCs.
They're so good.
I just haven't had the time. Brian, you know I'm a completionist. I sat down and I was like, I gotta find every single thing. I beat the Black Cat. Like, that was my main one. I cared
It's the
for.
easiest one, girl.
That was the main one I wanted to play because they had Black Cat.
She's in the whole DLC. She's in the other 2. She is the main story of it all. What do you mean?
Did she really?
Girl, I thought that was obvious by the first DLC.
Well, I thought thought she was gonna come back like his. I didn't know she's the main story.
Oh, girl, play it. You'll see. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay,
Oh, keep
there it
going.
is, right here.
Oh my God, they're so good. Miles is even beautiful, which I'm still to this day think Miles should have been an add-on. I do not think that one should have been its own standalone. My opinion, though.
No, 'cause I heard it wasn't that long either.
Oh no, it was short. I streamed it. I think like beat it in 2 days.
Oh shit.
Like it was straight through. Yeah.
That should have been an add-on, then not as a full-on game. That's just sad.
Well, that's what I mean. Like Miles is great. Miles is fun, but I definitely think that one should have been an add-on. But
yeah.
good game. I recommend it. But
one day when I have a PlayStation 5.
One day.
I mean,
well, yo, we've
we
been
can get
going
on
for
the
an hour and a half. We get to call this a podcast?
yeah, let's call it a podcast. Yeah.
Let's
Great.
call it. End it on Miles. Great note.
Miles Morales, good game. Get it on a good sale. But yeah, hey, if you guys enjoyed the podcast, come to it live. We do it live every Wednesday at 7:30. Come hang out with us. You know, we'll chat with you. If you got questions for us, we'll answer that. Sorry, my throat. I'm a little phlegmy today. But yeah, but if you don't know us and you just kind of watch our podcast, hey, we also do stuff on YouTube. I don't know if you know that. We have like original shows on there, like Fyre Anime. We got Let's Plays. We got skits on there. We got a bunch of goodies on there. So in case you don't know, if you just watch our podcast. So, yeah. So, the podcasts also go up every Sunday. We release videos, Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah.
And Thursday. Because of Dangan. Yeah. So yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. So yeah, come on our YouTube, Lotus Fire Studio. Come give our stuff a watch. We got some goodies in there for you.
Damn Skidley.
Yeah. And with that, we'll see you guys at the next bar. The bar is closed. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.